What's up guys, this is Travis, back for another training vlog. This is going to be my second training vlog in my kind of run for some world record attempts. This will be 3 days since my last vlog. In that time, been doing a little bit of running, did a little biking, and a lot of like calisthenics, push-ups and squats and stuff like that. Definitely want to try to at least hop on the rowing machine for at least 10 minutes or so a day, if not 20 minutes of just very light spinning, just to kind of keep my legs used to it. But life gets in the way. So I've been doing some tandem bike with my little girl, which is super fun. So at least keeps my legs moving. But today I have the time to get in a real training session, so I'm gonna hop back in. The plan is actually to do the same thing that I did for training vlog number 1. So I'm going to be doing 1-minute pieces again. I'm gonna really try to hold myself to the pacing standards, and so I'm gonna deviate from what I used to do. Usually I close my eyes and just kind of row based on rhythm and feel. I'm gonna keep those eyes open, make sure I'm kind of hitting my paces at least in the first 2, and then I'll kind of let myself kind of relax and go from there on the last 2 if I'm hitting my paces right. But so that's 4 minutes at what's estimated as what I could do for 2 minutes at full race effort, and the rest in between each is at least 8 minutes, but as much as 12 if I want it. So a lot of rest between those efforts, and I'm really just trying to kind of recondition my legs to get back into rowing fast, and honestly just rowing at all, because I haven't been doing much of anything on the indoor rower for the last couple months. So that's it, that's the plan. I'm gonna set up, gonna get warmed up, and then I'll kind of cut in for you guys for each piece, and then I'll give a little debrief after each so you can follow along and kind of draw any insights and thoughts from it that I am collecting along the way. All right, warm up complete. Feeling all right, feeling not like on top of the world, but not bad either. Definitely one of the things that's kind of weird about getting used to training for these sprint distances is the warm up, and realizing that kind of aerobic training is really counter to what I'm trying to achieve in sprinting. It actually kind of slows down those fast twitch muscle fibers, so you don't really want to spend a lot of time either in aerobic training or certainly doing long warm-ups. So normally if I'm doing a hard training session for middle distance, I'm warming up for probably 20 minutes or so at least, and for the sprint, more like kind of 5 minutes, just get loose, do some drills to kind of get the legs kind of moving, get the mobility, a couple builds, and then should be good to go. But that was it. Hopping in first piece. So goal's gonna be 35-36 stroke rate. Drag is 135 to 140, and split and target is about 132. So we'll see if I can hit that goal. All right, first one down. Finally hit what I was supposed to do. And so 131 was like 0.2 average, hitting right at that 36 stroke rate. And yeah, it felt very controlled, powerful. So it's what I was expecting kind of for these early season training sessions. Just getting my legs back into it, not really stressing a whole lot. Probably give myself about 2 weeks before I really start to kind of get into kind of a typical pushing hard on training sessions, and this is more just from conditioning. But if I can come out of the next one feeling the same, then then I'll kind of relax, kind of let up on the reins a little bit on that maybe third and fourth one. Just see if I can kind of push back to that 130 range, but goal, stay right there, 36 stroke rate, 132 split, and yeah, let's do it. All right, second one down, felt very relaxed, and so ended up faster, so 130.4 split, but I still kept it at that 36, and it was actually really holding back, trying to hit 131s instead of 130s, so almost even uncomfortable. I was kind of breaking my rhythm to prevent myself from hitting 129, 130, but I did what I was supposed to, so it's showing good restraint. Doing what I want to on this workout. Again, not trying to max out. You know, you got to think that after about 6-7 weeks of doing these, I should be hitting 125, 126 with the same relative effort. So yeah, so this is a good place to start. And yeah, mission accomplished. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do the same on the third one. Try to hold in that 131 range for final average and try to hit 131 as much as I can at that 36 stroke rate for the piece. But that's it, going good so far, staying relaxed. You know, at those lower rhythms, I do feel myself kind of forcing it a little bit more, maybe a little bit less poised, because I have more time to kind of, you know, slump and stretch in an ineffective way. So I'll try to think about that on this one. Make sure I have a good body position coming into the catch, and that I'm not kind of lunging in and I'm getting that body position established early enough, because that's one thing I noticed on my last workout was from the side, it's a lot easier to see than from the front, but felt like I was taking a long time to kind of get to establish that forward body angle on the recovery. So I'll put my focus there on this one, see how it goes. We'll keep it at the same angle so you guys can check me too. All right, more rest. All right, third one done. Felt technically solid in that, probably till the last maybe 18, 20 seconds.
and I felt like I was muscling a little with the body, but definitely sharper. I thought I was really focusing on it compared to the last one, of keeping that body good poised. We'll look at the video and see how it looks like. You guys have already seen it, but 129.8 on that, which just kind of highlights a point that I think I only remember seeing a 129 like once on that. But you know, you got to know that the monitor averages or estimates, so I could literally pull a 130 for every stroke on that piece and have an average of 126 or 129.6 up to 129.9, because it's averaging, when it shows me the split, it's averaging those splits up to whatever's closest. So something interesting when you're training at high level, and tenths of a second matter, but still faster than I wanted it to go on that. But I felt comfortable. I mean, I feel so much better than I did, you know, 3-4 days ago when I did this workout. So, but it's expected. I hadn't rode in like a month, and now this is my second time rowing in a month. So, or third time if you count the steady state I did. But that's it. 4th session. Gonna try to stay relaxed. I'm not trying to kind of break that split. I'm really just trying to be solid all the way through and be relaxed and be effective. All right, I'll catch you after the next one. All right, 4th piece done. Workout's over. Got a little bit of walk in there. That 4th one is a weird one. My average split got messed up. Something happened at the beginning where it didn't click over properly from the rest of the work. So I don't really know what my average was. It was probably about 130 even, but surprised that it was really hard. I was really spent afterwards. About 10 strokes in, I was just like, fuck, this is not feeling good. I kind of don't want to be doing this. Usually I at least get halfway before I feel like that. But yeah, I kept through it. It just felt like I was kind of muscling a little bit more than I wanted to. Not quite as smooth. It wasn't as physically hard as the 4th one on the last time I did this workout. But it was faster. You know, I was hitting like 130 on the splits. I'll have to do some math to figure out what the actual average split was, kind of accounting for that error that happened in the beginning. What happens with it is that, if you guys don't know, when you're doing intervals with rest and you're coming off the rest onto the interval, you want to be essentially coming up the recovery when it makes that transition from rest to work. You definitely don't want to be in the middle of a drive, and I had just finished a drive on that one, on the recovery, when it switched over to the work. And so I think even though it didn't register that split, it registered, I think, the start of the interval then, and then that messed up I think I'd started like a 3-minute split, and then my work for the minute brought it back down to wherever it ended up. But it's kind of a trick, especially if you're training in a team environment and they're recording your splits on there. Really making sure that you're on the right phase of the stroke when you shift from the rest of the work is critical. If you do it right, it should actually register that first stroke a little bit faster, at least as fast as where your target is, and then it won't mess up your average for the overall interval based on that beginning. But that messed up on mine, so I have to do some math to figure it out. But overall, I mean, on a whole, the workout was as fast, probably a little faster than the last time I did it. The rate of effort was significantly lower. The stroke rate was definitely lower. I think I did bounce up to like a 4:39.40 on that last one, but on the last time I did this workout, I was there pretty consistently, and for this one I was mostly at a 36:37. So getting the same splits, a little lower, less effort, less stroke rate. So that's good improvement for second one. It's gonna be really important for me to make sure I'm getting on the erg for at least 10 minutes to kind of spin out and keep my legs conditioned to the motion, even when I'm doing strength workout on the off days, or just going for short runs, or riding on the tandem bike with my little girl. Whatever I'm considering as kind of my exercise for those days. And I really need to try to find a gym to start doing some heavy lifts. Like, I really need to get my max rep, my 1 rep max up a lot. Strength is going to be critical for these world record attempts, and I really need to be doing my 5x5s in the gym to get that up. So we'll try and get there, figure out what I can in these weird COVID times, but fortunately the restrictions are easing, so that should help. But that's it, vlog 2. Hope you guys are learning from some of my lessons as I kind of go through. If you have questions, shoot them in the comments, and maybe they'll spark a question of my own that I need to kind of figure out. If anything else, I can kind of help answer some gaps in your knowledge that I've figured out along my own journey along the way. But that's it. This is Travis signing off. Happy Father's Day weekend, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.